Okie dokie. So deep breaths right off the bat, I can do that. Also, this is just a pic of a capybara. This is a pic of a capybara. It's neat that Seribot has that. Somebody busting out the advanced Seribot techniques. I know people love those little guys, but well, it's because the other command was what, dolphin facts, and so I was reading that as like a capybara topic for some reason. I was thinking of it as a capybara topic. Oh, it's got duck pics too. That is a cute little duck. There's gotta be feathers too, right? I don't actually know what like the down is on oh, it's got all sorts of critters on Seribot. It's fun. When food is scarce, lobsters can turn cannibal and dine on smaller lobsters. That seems to be... I don't know if that's a lobster-specific thing. I would assume that's any animal. If food is scarce, that the cannibalism is quite a possibility. It's a little bit zoomed in. This looks a little grainy. That is just a dog pic. That's a muscular dog pic there too. Making a movie about clocks, it's about time. Shoot, wasn't that... What's the Justin Timberlake movie about time? That one I don't think was a time pun, like the joke there. In Time. That's what it was. Is Justin Timberlake still doing movies? I know he's a music guy, or was a music. I think he did a new album or something recently, right? He actually went back to doing music for a bit there. I am also killing time just because I don't entirely know what I want to do right now. I'm like, I could work on the cover for the game. I could work on the... Did Unity not pop up? Okay, and don't worry, I'm not going to play this song repeatedly on stream here. You know what the flippin' heck, flippin' heck, flippin' heck. Okay, restart now then? Restart the hub then? Oh, I think his drinking problem might have lost him some fans. And drinking and driving problem. I hadn't even heard. No, I don't pay attention to what Justin Timberlake does at all, but I know he was doing voices for the Smurfs, I think, for a while, and then I just lost track of him. I think part of it was he did a jump from music to movies, and that was why it was notable with like In Time and stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not that I follow pop music. I was just quite surprised listening to pop music on the radio. like, because my phone, the aux cable, it frustrates me because I bought a new aux cable, and that one fell apart in a matter of like a week or two. But then my old one, the reason I got a new one was because the old one, the like connector had cracked and the wires were exposed. And I was like, this seems bad, but it was still functional. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna tape this back together and hide the wires so that I can have a functional aux cord again. But in that period when I didn't have a functional aux cord, I was listening to the radio and bouncing between stations, of which there are 4 near me. I don't know if the radio stations are kind of gone or I just drive through the middle of nowhere. But I was surprised by the pop station in which they were playing older music, and when it was a recent song, I was like, I've heard this, and I don't know why I would have heard this, because I don't go looking up pop music anywhere at all. Okay, well, that was... yeah. Gives Unity a good chance to load while I do ad break. Yes, I've been enjoying this tea that I got. And then went and looked at the ingredients just now and realized, the honey in the tea here is a lot of sugar. Especially because it said honey granules, and it was like, oh, that's how the honey stays, so they just coat it in sugar. So, this tea is just juice. It's like it's juice with extra steps now. The whole reason I started drinking a bit more tea was because I realized how many calories the juice has because of the sugar. And now we've come back. It always comes back. Still, good drink, that's for sure. Very good drink. Okay, now, so for a roguelike, really roguelike should incentivize pattern recognition. Didn't get much further in the maze game. The new 3D printer arrived today. That's fun. I've always been tempted to do 3D printer stuff, just because I have like the voxel art, and I was like, is it prohibitively expensive to print off just a tiny little like voxel character? Like, would that be a lot? Although I think it's quite a bit to get a 3D printer, and then I was like, it probably is a bit to print stuff on the 3D printer too, but I know that's also a if you play your cards right, it could be a revenue stream, an income stream. I haven't seen what Sorrel, the frog print lady. Wrong. Did I spell it wrong? Yeah, there we go. An artist that does cute little frogs, and then I found it through YouTube. Through YouTube shorts of, I made a 3D model of a frog, and then I printed it, and then I painted it, and then...
Coming out, we have the following potential frogs.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, these are absolutely adorable.
A frog wearing shark
Hello, hello, welcome, welcome.
request for a
Always
hammerhead
glad to see another gnome in the chat.
frog disguised as a shark with a
I think
cardboard
that's
fin and goggles. And you know my
what I
friends
get. I
are
think
gonna
you are the
demand
gnome that
outfits.
shows up. I don't know that I've seen another
The tadpole remarks
gnome in
that our
chat.
winners are an imposter shark. You
But good to
know
know I'm
he
hitting the
thinks
right
our soul's
audience.
Not green for this. It was requested that he look like he tried to paint himself gray to look like a shark. So I thought I would make it look like he took a chip brush and did it.
But this is what I was thinking of for when I think of 3D modeling, and not 3D modeling, 3D printing. When I think of 3D printing, I think of this. Somebody who is making 3D models and then printing them. Not that I have a ton of 3D models, and that's why I haven't like pulled the trigger on like, let's go get a 3D printer. Okay, the idea here was that I wanted to write down that or maybe here, somewhere around here, I wanted to write down that a build. Yeah, because I was putting down the core tension. The core tension of the game is that the I didn't say where. We're getting somewhere. Somewhere. Where I didn't have a title. I just put that we're getting somewhere. Where I'm heading in a direction. Is it am I gonna continue in the direction? Is it a good direction? Is it actually at a good pace or anything? No, but in my case, it's father needed caps for some aluminum profiles, but they didn't exist, so I modeled them and 3D printed them. Some aluminum profiles? Not even sure what that means exactly, but that's super cool. Like I said, been tempted, but then when I look at the price of a 3D printer, I'm like, nah. I don't know about 3D printing stuff at the library. I don't know if that's a thing I could do. Because it would be kind of fun to take some of these models and 3D print them. See how possible this game would be to make like actual like physical thing there. Aluminum bar or beam. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Yeah, okay, so some aluminum or some plastic caps for an aluminum bar. Okay, I wanted to write down the idea that a good build is, or rather I want to incentivize patterns, pattern recognition. So good gameplay. Should incentivize pattern recognition. Because it's something I was realizing about Balatro is that the scoring of the game, that's just what you're doing, is you're recognizing patterns of, oh, these numbers can be straight, or these numbers can be a couple pairs, or a full house or whatnot. So wow, it seems somewhat loud to me. Okay, this is probably just in general. Maybe we just could put that up. That's why I was also looking at this. Like, a good gameplay should incentivize pattern recognition. So, the prototype that I was messing with here is there some pattern recognition of that was the problem with this, was that it didn't let me point this. Okay, so tabletop simulator, rotate object. Is there a different shortcut for? And then rotate. Let's just see what it has for rotate. Advanced controls. To see if it'll let me rotate it the other way around. Scale. Blindfold. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, group. Magnify. Nudge. Oh, that's neat. Wow, these are all very helpful. Number keys, alt modifier, alt scale, and late night shower time, BRB. Have a good time. Have a good time showering. Stay safe. I just think of like, let's is there stats on like where people would oh, came back home 30 minutes ago. As a like, cause I like, it's pretty sure it's pretty heckin' late, but so I guess I hope your late night fun went well. I'm I'm assuming. I do think of that shoot. Ex Machina. There we go. It got there eventually. But in Ex Machina, he shows up and he's like, hey, did you have a party last night? Because he's looking at all these bottles that got drank. And then it's like, no, it's just the one guy. He's an alcoholic. And he just drank a bunch in the middle of the night. So. Oh, we went to a friend's gig. I live quite outside of the city center, so it took some time to go back home. That's fun. Yeah, I haven't, like, I'm not anywhere near a city, so, and I'm not anywhere near anybody that I know, so going to I haven't been to a concert in a long time. But I know I did do that in Denver one time. There was a guy I met through some kind of game development thing or something. And then he had a concert that I showed up to, which was pretty cool. Yeah, we've listened to his music on stream a few times, because he does like some synthwave stuff that I feel like is that's some good background music. Yeah, I kind of miss doing concerts. It's just not nearly as convenient for me now. I don't know if there's stuff around me. I'm just not near this city, so. But I don't know if the town I'm in has some kind of concerts. Because they did have a Comic-Con that I was just like, wait, what? I missed it. And just somebody sent a message that's like, oh, you go to Comic-Con this weekend? And I was like, I didn't know it existed, and I think there's a jam or something. I forget what I was doing that weekend, but it was like, no, I'm not. I didn't realize that it was a thing. Had I known. I mean, it's maybe something I should look up. It's just stuff that's near me. How do you get stuff back in a bag easily? That just seems really finicky. Okay. So, that is the idea of pattern recognition. It's like a good build in Balatro, or a good Joker in Balatro is like, oh, this buffs your hearts, and then you're looking for hearts, so you're looking for that pattern in the cards essentially. Well, I think some of that is you're also looking for a certain subset of items out of a set of items. In this case, cards for Balatro. Or a la Backpack Hero. I still kind of want to boot up just a little bit of Backpack Hero, just to remember, like, number of items. Because this is the same core tension of you have a certain amount of space, and you have a certain amount of items. Which one? Oh, it's this one. It's right here. And that's where the music is. Okay, and we go adventuring. Yeah, I guess technically this is one of those you pick the character. And this is the tutorial. Yeah, okay, the core tension is how do you fit all of these items into a certain space. And now this, they're doing bigger items. Because that's the thing, too. Is like when I had a 5x5 grid, and then I have an item that takes up one slot, there's no reason to worry about. There, we'll put the food up, right? So it's not... Although that's exactly how I pack up my lunch. I put it in a box, and then I let it slide sideways. I guess, yeah, I didn't need to. Yeah, and then this lets you pick or you can make the grid bigger, and you can pick where that grid goes. Okay, so then that was kind of the question here was... Oh, I guess they do have the energy system, too. Well, that's the battle is a different core tension there. Being you have a certain number of attacks and things you want to do, but you have only a certain amount of energy to do it with. Okay, so here they're giving you 7 items. Not to mention gold and magic. So that's 9 items in total. Now, some of these aren't duplicate items. Some of these are consumables. This thing's just so big. I wonder if this demo also is like an older build of the game. Okay, and then one more battle just to see. Oh, that's the secondary thing here, is that you're also clearing off stuff with the consumables, essentially. Oh, you're gonna run away anyway, right? Yeah. So you could just run away. Okay, so it does 7 items pretty much every time. Dun, 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 dun. And a lot of consumables. Yeah, so that's 4 consumables. A key, which is kind of more in certain circumstances. Oh, fire's the first arrow. I don't have any arrows, I don't have any space. Yeah, that is one thing about Backpack Heroes. There's a lot of times when you don't even pick up any items. You just kind of say, no, that's a bit too much. Will poison you? But I do like the fact that the consumables kind of incentivize, like, you're incentivized to use them for sure. Yeah, now I'm entirely falling into Let's just play backpack here. It's like, no, that's not what we're doing right now. Oh yeah, and you can only take 3 of the 7 items. Okay, so maybe we start writing this down as well on that like note about games, and that's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow too. Is some more game research because I have. Oh, drop pockets. I wanted to put down, but I wanted to get drop pockets because I had a lot of fun with that demo. Store? Steam store, please? This is gonna show my... No, okay, it's just gonna... I guess if it is giving me 2 games per week, and they've had the Epic Store out for quite a while, maybe that explains why I have so many things. Oh, Drop Pockets is also in early access. Yeah, I do think the do a demo and then update the demo at this point, I think for the most part is the better thing to do for making a game. Well, I guess it depends on the game. But I guess even like roguelikes and stuff, I think it's entirely working for Replicat and stuff to just, here's the demo that's out, and then here's somebody who played it and is giving their opinions about it. Well, it definitely works as an informal early access. I guess you could do all of it. You could do a demo, which then leads into an early access release. And then that leads into a full release. And then you just have post-game releases to get to some kind of version 2 or whatever as well. Oh, and I can't take anymore. Okay, wait, that's why I was making a note here for this. So nubbies, loot plot, and now some backpack here, huh? Yeah, okay, I was going through the gameplay loop. Some of this I probably should be putting down the core attention of the game. Okay, because part of this is you can't take every item. At least for the... like this loot screen here. And then the... fitting the item into the grid. Because that is kind of 2 different tensions there. Is somewhat of a, like, shape-filling thing. Okay, but the note here being a pick 3 of 7 items. Am I getting too deep into the, like, how many items per thing? Probably a little bit, yeah. But I think, again, I want to keep the ball rolling. That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to do here, is just to keep the ball rolling. Okay, and then Elatro. Do I want to boot it up to... Elatro didn't do like a web demo, did it? I absolutely love the HTML web demo one. Okay, I think it'll be too tempting to actually play Elatro if I pull it, if I fully boot it up. I was did that... Oh, Steam didn't like that, I guess. At least if you full screen a window like that. Let's try that and then that. Okay, because that's the only question I had here was, how many cards are you dealt? And it's 8. So you're picking 5 out of 8 cards. Yeah, and I even Slay the Spire has some kind of energy. And then some kind of... I probably should have just been looking at it here as well instead of Steam, but... Okay, and then the other one that I wanted to look at, I just said the name, and that was... Not Luck Be a Landlord. Well, it starts you off with some number of initial stuff, too. Man, Luck Be a Landlord is great, too. I've always wanted to do a slot machine roguelike. Like, that would be a blast. Especially because I have those characters. That the character creator, I feel like, would be a good way to do that, too. Okay. I was asking about some kind of something. Which game was I thinking about? I was thinking about yet another game. Yet another roguelike, because I was wondering how many of the things do you pick from? I wonder if you get more bots as you get bigger. Like, the more followers you have, do you get more and more bots that get spammed, too? Meaning that thing, just the Sari bot just going ham on all the different bots. Okay, we're not looking at the items just yet. Yeah, this demo was kind of fun. I need subpar streams. I need worse streams so that I get less bots. Is that what you're saying? Or to get more bots? I think these streams are pretty subpar. I have not been putting out any kind of interesting good content recently. Me just messing with a game cover or messing with prototypes and stuff. It's not any actual game dev, so. But we're getting somewhere, yeah. Like I said, it's baby steps. I'm a small person, they're not going to be big steps. Okay, I was trying to think of what game... Oh, Slay the Spire, that's what it was. Slay the Spire, how many cards do you draw on Slay the Spire as well? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, so this has a 5. There's so many of these roguelikes that are like, pick from 3 items that... And here I'm like, okay, they do occasionally more than that. So this is between 5 items here, 2 items there, so 7 items plus another 6, so 13, and this is a 14th option. Oh, Slay the Spire 2 is coming at some point too, right? Oh boy. 2025 even. There's also going to be some more Slay the Spire this year, along with Hollow Knight that just had the trailer. And here I am just kind of futzing around with other random games instead of... Oh, in Blueprints you pick one of 3 rooms. That's another one of those games I wanted to play. Screw the game development. We're just going to play... I say, because I'm like, I am going to be screwing the game development and just playing Borderlands 4 when that comes out, so... September 4th is a knife in the belly for Down to Jam. Oh, kinda, yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? That's... Yeah, September 4th was the release, and then Down to Jam. Does it start the exact same time? It's me looking at Baladro. Uh, oh, 5th through 8th. So not the exact day, but yeah, I suppose if somebody is not super focused, then they will be ending up on Silk Song as opposed to making a game. Oh wait, as in there's a Necromancer character? Because that's exciting. Although the one I liked the best was the robot character. I don't remember. They have weird names in all of these, and I do not remember what the names are. Oh, it is a Necromancer. Ooh. That's interesting. Just market it as F Silk Song. Come join the jam. Okay, I had the answer to my question. It was 5 cards, as in the very first thing in this trailer is 5 cards. So instead of doing the like pick 3 and then place them. Well, okay, it's more of the like. I think the more interesting strategic question would be: you draw 5, pick 3. All cubes? That's just all cubes. Okay. Let's not reset the rotation. Shoot, there's a button for that. And I just had the thingamabobs pulled up. Well, shoot. Okay, it's the color and the number that I'm still not entirely. Ooh, publishes an alternate capsule. I mean, that's pretty good. There's no green. I like green. I think it's missing a little bit of color. I think of green and purple as like replica colors, and there's no green and purple. Plus, this very much makes the cards look like they're tiles, as opposed to cards. But that's just my this is my opinion on first blush. I think it's fairly good otherwise. I don't know what the still see them as cards, but maybe I'm biased. Well, and it might be one of those like you're probably going to be seeing this pretty small on Steam. It's because there's space here. It's because there's space, and it's because it's dark. Makes them look like they're thick tiles as opposed to cards. But also might just be a me thing. So. Oh, and then what does Replicant have right now? Why? They are thick cards? I guess I never caught how thick they are, because they seem like thin cards to me, but maybe that's... I definitely like the colors in this original one better. Because it has the purples and it has the greens. I think having the full spectrum of card colors is nice. Yeah, okay, so they really just changed the way the cards are laid out. Okay, yeah, in-game they are thin, but the capsule doesn't need to represent in-game, yeah. Yeah, me personally, that's the only thing that I would add is just more of the cards. This just makes it look like there's like a handful of cards. As opposed to like here where there's a whole bunch, but... See, and that's one of those things. If like, do you trust the publisher or do you trust yourself more? It depends. So. Yeah, okay, still keep the previous version, but probably do an A/B test. Well, and I actually do like the setup of the other one. It's just it doesn't show the full spectrum of the game, but again, like you said, it's a capsule. It doesn't need to show off everything all at once. Okay, so this is... I think it would be draw back up to... Or I guess draw... sure. They prepared a new version with the previous layout as well. Because the previous one had old cards. Yeah, okay. Okay, so they also liked the previous version. Just wanted to make sure it was updated. This is giving a little bit of like a card tornado kind of vibe. It's a bit hectic. Which sort of works. Okay, so again, on some BS here. On some nonsense. Okay, so this is draw back up to a hand. Okay, can I do less ads? I think this is the least amount of ads I can do, but I thought there was a way to do even less because it just feels like a lot of ads. At least now that I'm actually taking a break to mess with it. Okay. Settings for ads. Do you have... I wish to do less ads, please. I do think this is the least amount of ads. It's not power-up, so where's the ad setting again? Dadgummit. Ads, there we go, okay. Okay, that's high versus low. How many minutes of video ads do you want to run per hour? Oh, okay, this is the potential revenue increase thing. I'm not gonna get... Okay, it was... There we go. How often do you want ad breaks? Longer ads, less often. It is still a 3-minute ad break every 36 minutes. Okay, can I do less there? There we go, okay. 3-minute ad break every hour. Sounds better to me. It's not at the... Okay, it's because it was trying to hit that potential revenue increase. I don't know what that even means. So we're gonna go do that. Can I save that? Okay, what's the least amount of ads? You could do a 30-second ad every hour. Okay, how about a minute-long ad every hour? I don't need a lot of ads. It's not. Okay, I was just looking at the. That is adorable. I like the Japanese version. It's cute. Yeah, that is adorable. I have 464 assets on Fab. One of them being a hedge. Wow, that's hilarious. I am still thinking of Grun as the the style, but that's I think because it has a hedge in which you are Actually, I don't know if you run through a maze in Run, but then I didn't get all of the endings on that either. Yeah, I think one of the trailers has you like surrounded by gnomes, and there was just that one house that has a bunch of gnomes in it. But I thought there was they never get super menacing, and I never did finish all the endings on it either, and I don't think I'll go back to it either. I have so many games, and then it's like, oh, Silk Song is coming out. Oh, Slay the Spire 2 is coming out. Oh, Borderlands 4 is gonna eat a month of my life for sure. So. Grunt is one large maze. You're not wrong. That's accurate. Okay, so draw back up to a hand of 5, and then play 3 cards from your hand. Okay, so then if I did 5, then it would be 3. Well, and I think it would need to also make sure that these are not all the same thing. Okay, I think the question I need to figure out now is how does color and how does the button scoring work? I think the ball bumping around, following whatever path, and scoring I think is good. Then how does the color come into it? Yeah, I know I want to do that color and... Well, it is hacking into the like, okay, this is gonna look sort of like billiards. Yeah, there is no major scoring thing in billiards except for the like stripes versus solids, basically. The actual numbers on the balls don't matter as much. Okay, what if I throw just some more colors in here and then see what I pull out? Okay, so we clone you a few times, throw you into the bag. Why did you do it like that? Okay, clone you a few times, throw you into the bag. What? Why? I don't understand how that's doing that. Okay, clone. Some green. Is it just to hold it there, or... Why is it... I want to add it to the bag. No, not just random nonsense here. Put it in the... Okay. And then those just drop into the bag. Interesting. Okay, well... Just some amount of blue, some amount of purple. So the question is, how does this relate to... I think I sort of figured out the positioning element. I feel like the color of the name is different there. I feel because you can set the color of your name in Twitch, right? I feel like there are some people who have switched the color of their name. Wow, so it actually is a purple. Okay, wait, so now I draw 5. That's... What? It's a bag. Oh, I guess I have to shuffle the bag? I was assuming that a bag is gonna... Bag. Okay, so we shuffle the bag? Yeah, it's like it's not even showing that visually. Okay, so it did shuffle the bag. It's like I grabbed a purple out of that again. Okay, so... I clearly want to play the purple, because the purple would match the purple there. I wish I could figure out how to rotate you. So let's just say that's gonna bump it that way. Oh, I guess I could turn it that way. Awkward AF, but I have no idea if you could change the name color. It's different every time you join a stream. I feel like it's been on orange for a while, at least on my end. I know it's entirely different for some people. Like if I actually go look at this stream, it'll be a different color entirely. So when I'm like, oh, everybody's name is red or blue or... Yeah, okay, so it's purple. It shows a purple if I actually look at the stream. But it's showing a green on the back end. Kind of weird that it kind of bounces and arbitrarily picks. I can't... What if I make them all dice? Wait. So I know I just put all of these things in this bag here, but... So instead, if I make them dice, and then I just kind of pick whatever... That would give me the number too. Okay, no, I like that as a quick prototyping thing. Dice, and then we plastic, because that's... I can still set the color on this, right? Color tint, yeah, okay. So we say red. Yeah, okay, cool. Less playing checkers and more inventing Plunk. That is what the goal is here. I do want to be making the game there, so. Stealing someone's game to make your own, I see. That's what you do with tabletop games. That's what you do with all games, honestly. You can't sell a game to people that don't know what the game is. I'm trying to think of some of the like really wild games that like it doesn't... Because most of the time you can look at it and be like, oh, look, there's 3 different versions of Black Myth Wukong in the opening night live at Gamescom. Yeah, that was funny to me that there was 3 games that looked pretty much like, okay, this is very Chinese Dark Souls. And even there, it's Dark Souls as well. So... I mean, that's how you invent genres, is that you go and make a tweak to somebody else's game. So... I feel like there is a game that, Okay, your color is green for you. Okay, so I'm seeing green correctly on this end, but then it was, Yeah, change your color to blue, and it's been blue ever since. Yeah, I think I set mine specifically to, like, my orange brand color. And then it's been orange ever since. Yeah, so I think it's once you set it to a certain color, it stays that color. But if you just do the default, it gives you a whatever color. Well, and I personally like the specific colors on my end, because it makes it a little easier to... Instead of seeing, like... Because I've had it where it's like 3 different red names. And sometimes when you're trying to read fast, even if there isn't a lot of chat, but still, even if I'm trying to read it fast, it's easier when they're different colors. You're blue, WD-W-die. WD-W-die, WD-W-die. I'm blue, WD-W-die, 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 WD-W-die. Man, I think they did that for a pop song recently. Where they did I'm blue. Daboo-doo-daboo-die. Okay, can I empty this? We're gonna just get rid of it. Do a new bag. Okay, new bag. Okay, this is definitely a remix of something, and I don't know exactly what it is, but... Okay, so now, let's just do 5 of each, I guess. So clone. Not that these have to be exact number. Why? Okay, if I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Yeah, I was listening to the Lemonade Stand podcast, just because I'm a big Doug fan, and they were talking about superhero movies, and I was like, I feel kind of bad I didn't go see like the new Superman and stuff. I'm like, I like James Gunn, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and the new Superman movie does look good, but I think Disney did finally. It took quite a long time for Disney to finally kill my enthusiasm. And it's a bummer because I'm like, Thunderbolts actually did look kind of cool, but I was like, well, does this tie into that Daredevil show? Because that one also that doesn't fully. I mean, it's just because they have so much legacy, and I don't know how much you actually have to have seen before going into any of the shows. Because it's something like Loki starts with part of, I think, the first Avengers movie, because it's a different version of Loki, but then they also they tie it into Endgame and stuff, and then they tie it into, like, you know, future stuff too, so it's, you can only find your profile accent color. Yeah, I don't know exactly where the setting is to change the color there, but I feel like that's an option. Or rather, no, I do distinctly remember changing the color to my specific brand color. Oh, and I think I was just thinking about superhero movies, because I'm like, I kind of do want to see a movie. And Superman, well, it was because they were saying even, like, now they're doing good. You are pink. I do see the name change to some pink there. But yeah, I've heard that Thunderbolts is actually pretty good. I've heard that Fantastic Four is actually pretty good. But then, like, when I went and saw the latest Captain America movie with my family, because we were like, oh, do we want to watch a movie? And my dad and I were like, well, we've both kept up with Marvel, so I guess we'll go watch the Captain America movie. And it was like, wow, boy, is that not a good movie. That was just not... It was so weird that it was a sequel to the old Hulk movie from forever ago without Hulk in it. So weird. Yeah, okay, click the name in chat and press edit chat identity. I was gonna say, I thought it was a click your name in the chat as opposed to go to the actual, like, Twitch settings. Okay, so now we do 5 here. Does it roll random? Did the dice get rolled? Looks like they might. No. Yeah, okay, the dice do not get rolled. So then we roll the dice. Kind of a weird design. Yeah, I think... Well, it's one of those... It feels like it should be in multiple places, too. So they're like, oh, I wanted to change the color of my name. That should be under, like, Twitch profile settings. As well as you could just click on it in chat and change it. But I think now that you changed it, I think you're gonna permanently be pink. That's your new color for life. Yeah, I don't know if you can go back to the I would assume you can go back to the default color, but I don't actually know. Okay, so let's say this is a bumper, and I wanted to go that direction, essentially. Then, what about these other numbers? Everyone's always pink. That's why I like my orange, because I feel like it's such an unloved color. Like even here, it was like, oh yeah, we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got green, we've got blue, and then no orange and no purple. I'm not a huge fan of purple, but but orange I feel like also gets missed as a color. Yeah, okay, so now I could do the oh, green. Yeah, you are green. A bright green there too. Like a maybe a neon green. It's definitely not like that aquamarine, like mint kind of green, but yeah, okay, so this is immediately getting into the like Balatro of it, of like, oh well, now I say let's do a red build, or let's do a like twos. And that would be the other question is, yeah, because you don't actually, like, you can discard stuff. Well, okay, now I'm kind of just doing Balatro straight up, but spring green, yeah, okay, that's not too bad of an idea there. Yeah, it might also be the Brainoid is pink and he's around a lot. Yeah, it might be that too. There is a lot of pink Brainoid messages in the chat that are just questioning what I'm doing at all times. Okay, so if I think of... So Backpack Hero is a full-on, like, just discard stuff after the fact. But Balatro, you draw some more stuff. What do I like better? Well, and that's the difference here, is that... Well, if you got to keep it, I think that would be... Yeah, because then you could say, okay, well, I want to keep this too. I want to keep the red. Well, okay, yeah, if you keep these, then there is no reason to draw. There's no... You have to discard them for that to be an interesting decision. Well, maybe not, because I guess if you say, okay, after you do place the items in a round, then that happens, you score whatever you score. In this case, it would still be 2. Well, then you could have an extra scoring of like every time it hits a set of pairs, or every time it hits 3 of the same color. Nice to have control over your color now. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else had looked at it or mentioned it or anything, but yeah, it's one more thing you can mess with at any rate. Well, okay, yeah, that's the difference with Balatro. Because Balatro is once you play the stuff on the board, it removes it, and then you draw new stuff. So in this case, then, these would have to get discarded. And then you draw 5 more. Oh boy, okay. And then I gotta re-roll all of these. Neat that you could do that. Yeah, now that I'm doing this kind of tabletop simulator testing here, this is making me think I should go back to that board game group and see if they have any thoughts about this. So, oh, we took you to a Twitch Turbo subscription. when I tried to choose a color other than the defaults. Oh, it's $12 a month? For some reason, I was thinking it was $6 a month. Yeah, that would be my goal. I don't know if they let you buy Twitch Turbo. That's what I want to do, is get enough ad revenue off of Twitch to just get Twitch Turbo. I think that's quite a bit, but... Well, okay, no. Or no, it's because of the fact that they say you can use the ad revenue to buy stuff in Twitch. But I don't know if they let you do Twitch Turbo. Plus that would be what? Yeah, $12 a month. And then that would be... Meaning I would need to make $12 a month on Twitch for it to be yeah, way too much. Yeah, $12 seems like a lot for just no ads. What is YouTube Premium? I guess it depends on how much you're watching Twitch. Like if you're watching Twitch a whole heck ton, that would make sense. But like, because I know for me, it's like I watch YouTube like if I'm any moment of free time I fill with YouTube. Probably not the healthiest thing. Wait, $20 a month? Did it actually go up to $20 a month? I feel like it was only like 10 or something. Okay, 13. It's $13 a month. But also, I watch a heck ton of YouTube. I would be completely lost without it, so... Which means it's probably a good thing to put that down as a Twitch goal, as a community goal. No YouTube for a week or a month or something. They'd be like, well, what do I do for music? I gotta hear what the latest Mr. Suicide Sheep song is. I thought this was how you... I just wanted to gotta have these all sit nicely, but... Yeah, okay, so now this does give me, like, okay, we do a build of 2s. Well, that is also kind of a scoring thing, too. It's like, how do I want the scoring to work? I could also say, okay, purples give you a bonus with this purple thing here. Oh, and then balls. I was thinking of throwing more balls in there too as a decision as well. Okay, so let's see if I add that. How much more complicated does it get if you also add like some balls into the bag? Probably more complicated for sure, but... Oh, I was just doing the cloning thing. Let's do infinite bags for those dice there too. And for this. Okay, wait. Infinite bags for everybody. You get an infinite bag. You get an infinite bag. Infinite bags for everybody. I guess that is a question I could have asked before changing the ad situation around, is like, how much does it bother people to take a 3-minute break every wait, did it say half an hour? Well, I'm assuming the ad break is it's like I kind of like the idea of doing a break, but there was like that amount of breaks. Okay, wait, does Twitch actually say what that, like, potential increase is? In terms of the, Okay, it had here. I should look into this, too. Yeah, maybe I watch this tutorial, look at the help page, and see. Yeah, because I'm like, as long as this is disabled. That's the important part, but... Yeah, because what does it mean by this potential revenue increase? I don't understand what that means. It's just there, which is why I had it set to that. Yeah, and then a 1 minute ad break every 12 minutes seems crazy, but a 3 minute ad break every 36 minutes also seems like a lot. It's like I liked the idea of ads every hour, but I don't know what this means. I don't know what potential revenue increase means. So, yeah, 5 minutes seems wild for an ad. It's like if I crank it up to what is the most insane that they say you can do? 22 minutes per hour? You could do 1/3 of the time is ads. Run a 3 minute ad break every 8 minutes. You get 3 minutes of ads and then 5 minutes of content. That's what the radio was, though. When I was listening to the radio, that's what it was doing. It was doing a song. No, it did 2 songs. It did ads for 10 minutes, and then it did people talking about like the weather and traffic and stuff for 10 minutes. So it was out of an hour, I listened to 2 songs. I was like, I haven't really given country a chance. We'll try listening to the country station. And then it was like 2 songs in an hour. And I was like, okay, we're not listening to the radio. This is why I don't do this. And it wasn't all ads, but there was a good amount of just like, here's the stinger before and after the songs. Here is the person talking about, like, oh, let's ask this trivia question and then let's repeat it. And then let's cut to, here's so-and-so with traffic. Here's so-and-so with weather. I just don't know what this means, because some of this might be like because I don't know if it's like, okay, because there's a possibility of getting more revenue off of you, that they'll actually promote the stream a little more too. So that's, I haven't listened in over 15 years. I don't think I ever liked the radio a ton. Well, it might have partially, but it wasn't until it wasn't until 2008. It wasn't until Katy Perry that I felt like I actually liked pop music. Like they say that like the stuff that you grow up with is the stuff that you're gonna love for the rest of your life, and I'm like, that's not true. I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, and I wasn't until about 2008 that I was like, okay, no, now I kind of like pop music. But that 2000s era of like sort of rock stuff was just not for me. Not bad. I mean, it's still fun pop music, but it wasn't until like Katy Perry. It wasn't until it started getting pretty electronic that I was like, okay, now I'm down with pop music. Yeah, it's something like Charlie XCX with that hyper pop. Is I don't know. I guess I could. It's just because it was because I was taking those 3-minute breaks every half an hour. It just seems a little much. But it's because of this potential revenue increase that I don't want to change. It's because it recommends this, and I don't know why it's recommending that. And I don't know if it's recommending that because they just want more money, or because we'll actually do something nice for your stream if you do what we want you to do. So, again, I'll leave it at where it's at, and it'll give me more chances to lie down. I mean, I could sit down, but I sit way too much at work. My back is still unhappy. I keep hoping that, and it's frustrating because when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, my back feels a little better. I'm like, I just need to not move for like a few days on end. And I'm like, I can't really do that. I gotta go to work. And like, yeah, I could take a sick day to like lie in bed and not do anything, but that's a sick day. I can't take a bunch of sick days in a row to lie around and do nothing. Yeah, that's what my dad said. He's like, oh yeah, you could tear your ACL and not be able to go anywhere, and then that'll let your back heal. It's like, oh, well, yeah, no, that's not what I want to do. So now I just stand as much as I can when I'm not at work. Okay, we yapping. It's just major yap time. Okay, so now I have infinite bags and everything. But okay, so now I can shuffle this again. Oh, it didn't have the balls. The balls are not in there. So we do like 1, 2. We'll do 3. That might be a lot. It's probably gonna get very complex very fast. That's the thing. It's like I want the game to be complex, but I don't want it to be very complex very fast. Because I think that's where a loot plot hits. It's like if you sit down and explain everything that's inside of Balatro and say, oh, the cards have numbers and suits and colors, and they can also have whatever stamps on top of them, and they can also have whatever material that they have on top of them. And you have jokers that also have modifiers, and you have the 3 different types of consumables and stuff. It's like Balatro is a complex game, but it's also like Loot Plot was a complex game in a. Okay, so now we shuffle that up. Oh, and I guess if there is a ball in there or not. I guess it probably still needs a ball to start with. Okay, well then I guess we just roll this. That'll give an initial ball. So 4. And then we roll this. That'll give an initial starting direction 2. So there. We zero that out. Then we do 5 items here. I guess I guess that works. It's because I also need to roll these. Can I roll these in? Oh, that shuffles your entire hand. Interesting. That is kind of what I want, but okay. Oh no, it's like I don't want these all in my hand here, or at least I don't know if there's a way to disable the hand. Okay, so now the question is. Okay, if you... Because that's also a thing I could do. Say, well then, you have a couple of balls. I could pile them up and then move all of them in a nice line, or... Oh, and I don't know that I ever fully figured out what I wanted to do about this kind of scenario, too, is if... this runs into that. Does it do something like that, or do they keep rolling? Yeah, the one thing about the grid is that it's a little less... it's just like, because in an actual Rube Goldberg machine, like the kind of video or something, there's a lot of like because you have a little more wiggle room to hit other things. Also, speaking of ads, looks like they're running. I gotta go wash a glass off anyway, so.
Al, it's your grandpa. I am so proud of you. I hear that you were a rock star. So I want an autographed picture of you right now so I can keep it, and it'll be worth a lot of money in a few years. So anyways, give me a call.
Well, I guess the ads did give me a chance to clean up some dishes and stuff, so maybe we do keep him around. Okay, so in this case, is this a... I kind of want to leave it freeform to say if you pick a ball, then you can pick, you know, its starting point. Well, I could make it more difficult and say that you can't do the same starting point. Then that is a lot of fiddly bits for a board game, but that doesn't matter as much for a digital version. Now, did I add too many balls? Probably. But it's a good test to see how I want to run that. Well, and that could also... Well, wait, no, that could be entirely how you increase the score on a ball and stuff, too. That the... Yeah, that you could also do the, like, merge, and that this gives you some kind of bonus for having multiple balls merged together. I think I haven't fully figured out the scoring. I do like the different color buttons. I do like the different numbers, because that does give you that entire thing, like the poker matching system. Okay, so let's say I do that, I merge those or something, it gives me some kind of bonus. Then let's do the orange ones, I guess. Yeah, if I do the 3 out of 5. Dentists recommend. Okay, then we draw 5 more. Yeah, and then those get discarded. Yeah, okay, I did add too many balls, but that's okay. Can you... I was gonna say, let me select them all, please, so that I can move them, and I do want to fully reshuffle you. Oh, wait, and then that should have moved. Something you should have gone there, and then it would have scored 6 points, I guess. Although I don't know what kind of bonus that would confer either. Yeah, okay, because you could even do like a double check if it's part of a sandwich or something too. Like, there's a lot of options for scoring and stuff. Yeah, okay, this is an interesting thing of if... Yeah, the ball is going this way. Like, if you put this before that, then it won't hit those. Okay, I'm very much liking this, like, it moves across the board, and then you have a different... it changes how you score stuff. And I am liking the colors and the numbers here. It's just a matter of figuring out exactly how the scoring works. So... So that's the question, is the color bonus. It's 7:30. Here I am, like, running out of steam at 7:30. Also, I have been standing for an hour and a half, but... Nah, we're gonna... Because yesterday I stood the entire time. We're just gonna stand the entire time. And that sitting is a luxury that I can afford. when I go to work, and that's it.
I didn't know this life could be so cold, yeah. So damn complicated.
So, now it's just a matter of how do I want these scoring to work. Well, I think some of it is like the color of the ball is a bit of like, because you could start with Okay. Oh, and I don't have a white ball, do I? Do I want to do like black and stuff? Well, let's add a white ball. Just to add that. Okay, white. Give me a infinite bag. And then you go over there. Oh, I guess I could do a colorless die too. And then I could bust out the cubes and do a numberless color. What the heck? Why does it look small? Okay. Interesting. It sure looks like it's the right size though. It's the same size. Okay, so let's say the initial setup, you have a white ball, so you don't have to worry about color. 20! Hey, I rolled a crit this time instead of an immediate crit fail. Oh, that was the color, so that's not going to matter there. Yeah, I think this is another stream that ain't nobody gonna hang around for this. Watching somebody prototype a board game is not super interesting. Mostly lots of confusion. Okay, so now, and then I pull out, yeah, okay, we shuffle it a bit, we pull out 5 items, grab them, do that, and then because it's this prototype, we gotta roll them, but, okay. So the question is, how do the bonuses work? How do I want the bonuses to work? Because I suppose that is something about Balatro with that poker scoring, is there is a whole list of things that you have to know for how to score stuff. Which I guess is not... well, because it's even Merge Maestro? How is that doing? I know that was a very Northern Lion coded game that people were very much making fun of the nonsense that was being spouted, but okay, yeah, I don't think I spelled that right. It's a bunch of just Northern Lion. Okay, so I'm assuming that Northern Lion playing it did bump it up to overwhelmingly positive. Well, that's the thing too, is like how... Yeah, Balatro does have some tutorializing as well, so it's not like it's immediately obvious. And Peglet is probably one of the, like, or something like a Ballionaire or something. Yeah, this is one of those ones that, like, it's not immediately obvious how you play this game. Oh, Android. Ruh-roh. That feels a little more accessible to me. Of like, oh, I could get this on Android and then play it for too long. Oh, and it's only $3. Wow. $3 seems a little low, because I think even Nubby's was like 5. And Balatro was... I don't remember exactly where that one was. Well, ruh-roh. Okay, I'm not gonna download it and play it on my phone right now, but I do want to remember the fact that it is available. Oh, is this they are doing free to play instead of a okay, well then yeah, I can entirely download it on my phone right now. That's fine. And not play it on my phone right now, but download it on my phone right now. Yeah, see, this is one of those ones that, like, the theming on this does not immediately tell you. It's harder to tell what each thing is going to do in relation to what each other thing is going to do. Oh, okay, so that's explaining the appear tag there, too. Yeah, okay, so that is this becomes that, becomes that, becomes that, becomes that. Well, it is somewhat random, right? Oh, okay, I guess you do switch out what these... Okay, so it's you switching out what each of the tokens are. So it's your own confusion that you're causing, not... Okay, how do you use the strawberries, then? Yeah, this is like this definitely want to fiddle around with this at some point, because this is not easy to understand exactly how this is working. Oh yeah, could do the demo. Okay, I guess if this is a demo, then that's probably what the Android version is. Ruh-roh. I should be doing stuff at work tomorrow. It's gonna be very easy to get distracted by. Oh look, Merge Maestro. Oh look, the Mix Indie Media Exchange. It's happening tomorrow. Yeah, definitely not been the most productive week at work. There's been a lot of showcases and a lot of confusion about bugs. So it turns into just, oops, I just watched a showcase instead of doing work. But well, I was mostly leaving it on in the background, but still getting distracted when they say world premiere. Okay, so I guess this works out in terms of a starting move. If this ended up on the edge, then gives me a lot of space to play here. Okay, but I still haven't figured out exactly how the scoring works. Yeah, okay, because of the colors, it doesn't let me match these based on colors. It doesn't let me match these based on numbers. So this could also, if you do a run, that could be increased scoring or something too, so.
Your heart is cold, but the coffee keeps you warm. You said you're tired, but I'm awake like a thunderstorm.
Well. Yeah, and I guess it's like... Backpack Hero does not have... I didn't have... Yeah, Backpack Hero does not have, like, a scoring thing. You just use the sword. Yeah, because it switches to the entirely different combat scene of these things. Use energy. Okay, there's a lot if I just listen to all the remixes. Well, I guess I can continue the last run I was just starting. I can. Interesting. Oh, it didn't say that I finished this, but... Wait, didn't I did a couple of things at combat, right? So now the question is... I guess these have a little less of, like... Yeah, I don't know exactly how I want to do the scoring. Let's not get distracted by Backpack Hero. And then do I want to call it quits at 8 o'clock or 8:15 or 8:30 again? Well, 8:30 is probably fine. If I just go to bed instead of like, oh, oops, YouTube opened again. It is also because I'm feeling tired and unfocused and I don't want to answer the questions. I just want to flail. This is me flailing though, so... But yeah, okay, it's going back to Bellagio. There is one of the menu tabs is... Here's how you score all of the cards. But then Backpack Hero, I think, is a little easier because you say, okay, does this give me more damage, or is this a consumable? So some of it might be a matter of the items that I have, too. It's just, okay, so if these were, like, just white number go up, score buttons, that might be easier than... Well, it just has a good score amount, and then... Yeah, okay, and then you could go for the green over. Okay, so then you would discard those two. That does that. Would give you 9 as your score. Then you draw 5 more. Not really what I wanted. Are you really gonna be this dumb? Let me select everything, you goof. I gotta drag it down from the top and then... Boy, is that picky. Okay, so that... So some of these I might need to put down what my questions are that I'm trying to answer here. Or again, write down the rules here. And then the components being... So these are scoring dice in this case. I'm just going to write down exactly what the tabletop version has. Which has colors and... Okay, scoring dice in various colors. For now, the bumpers, and then in this case, ball, and the various colors. So I need to figure out exactly how each of these things works. Bumpers, I figured out how they work. You just place that on the board, it changes the trajectory of the ball. And then here is to roll the ball over the cards in the direction and total the score. Okay, and then it's scoring. It's probably going to be its own section here. So bumpers, I've figured out how those work. And those score, essentially. The scoring dice being... Yeah, so it's like if the ball color matches, since we're doing different color balls, if the ball color matches, and then if you merge two balls, it's also a question. Okay. Okay, doubling just seems like a scary thing to do, to say, okay, if it hits... Well, because it also depends on the scoring of the... Okay, and then I could also look at Plungeroom for, like, visuals. Or other items and stuff. Which I think this really just has the bumpers. Oh, I guess it has the stuff that fills holes, essentially. Oh, and the teleporters. Oh, and the conveyor belt. Directional pads. And the bumps. Okay, yeah. There's a few different items in there that I don't have represented here, but I don't think that I need them. Yeah, okay, so I can have items that only affect, like this is only affecting the position of the ball. If I change this to be just a number, like a white dice, or a black dice in this case, if I continue to use the white pips. It is, it's not even 8 o'clock and I'm doing the 8 o'clock yawn. So, yeah, I can do just a solid color, I can do just a solid number. Well, that would be the question too, is like a run. Yeah, I mean, because you could also have an item that like moves a position of a ball. Okay, so what is the big question I'm trying to figure out here is how does it score? Why do you want to take one die over another die right now? Because right now, if it is a certain color, that would only matter if the ball is a certain color. Well, and at this point I am thinking of more like the Baladra style scoring, essentially, or poker, what is it, whatever the specific style of poker is. In that you're looking for sets of the same thing, you're looking for all of the same color, you're looking for... So yeah, you could do sets of the same number, sets of the same color. So if we say that, then here, these don't actually help at all. Okay, and then... Oh, so then how many... Well, okay, so in... I keep saying Baladra, but I guess in terms of like poker scoring, you have 8 cards and you need 5 to score with. In this case, we have 5 cards and you're using 3 to score with. So then the scoring would be if you have a set of 3 with the same color, if you have a set of 3 of the same number. And I think I would also say that it is like in a row. Okay, so then scoring, we go back to here and say, and then after we say hiccup, we say scoring being, so what all can you do with 3 for scoring? Okay, what all it okay, poker scoring. What all are the options there? Oh my goodness. And really? None of it? Okay. Yeah, that kind of random electronic nonsense there was sounding like a different artist, and I was like also excited because I do like that artist that I thought it was. So why in the heck was that the thing? Okay, so there's the full 11 things. Yeah, it's like a cheat sheet. Are you gonna let me just have the? Yeah, there we go. That's really all I'm looking for. That's an image. Headgummit. Okay, let's just write that down. Okay, we need to go over here. And then, so scoring being final flush, straight flush, four of a kind, full house, flush, straight, three of a kind, two pair, pair, and then high card. Okay, so yeah, I don't need that anymore. Okay, so if I only have 3 of the 5 cards, that kind of says 4 of a kind. It's not gonna happen. Well, shoot. Although, if I... Because now I can also say, well, if I put these on the board here, then you could get straight. You could get... Okay, so... But that'll be a... I would say you have to have at least... So a pair. So let's say 3. You gotta have 3 in a row of some kind. So that would be, I mean, 2 pair in this case would just be 4 of a kind. Okay, wait, the different ways to score in this case are like types, and then a sequence of numbers. And then also like numbers. This is just a Weird Al song to me. I don't think I've actually heard the real song. Actually, have I heard the real song? I don't think I actually know the real song. Okay, so that's poker hands scoring. I don't need it necessarily now. So then it would just increase as you get more. So I don't necessarily need all that. So you need at least 3. Or at least 3 in a row. And they also need to all be triggered, too. So you have 3 in a row that are not actually... Well, I could say that is what scores, too. Maybe. Well, that definitely makes this a little more appealing if you do that. Because then you can get closer to... Yeah, because you couldn't get the 4. At least in this sequence. So I could put that there. Yeah, that would have been the ball and the ball merging and stuff too. So then that would be 1, 4, 10, 15. So that, 24. Okay. Oh, and then adds again. That's okay, whatever, nobody's here. So, now we discard those. That didn't tell me exactly how the ball works. Okay, then we draw 5 from here. Well, okay, now I gotta figure out how the ball works. This is very much the ball wanting to, Oh, and these need to be rolled again. Because they don't actually roll when they're in there. Okay, well that gives me a sequence of 1, 2, 3. And then because of the ordering, couldn't necessarily do that unless you do that. Ooh, and then you could do that and make sure those line up, and then you could do that. That only gives you a pair, but... Okay, so what sort of bonus does that confer? And then the other question is this. Do they go at the same time? So that would be, yeah, a lot more of a pain to figure out. Because then that's also figuring out how do they run into each other. So that could be each ball goes in subsequent form or something too. Okay, so the 2 questions I'm trying to ask for scoring are so when you place another ball on the board, well, at least for a digital version, you could just have them both go at the same time. But then the question is if they're doing this kind of thing and they both go into that same spot, what happens? Because they would both go into that same spot at the same time, but... Okay. So this might be another one where I ended at 8:15 and then actually go to bed early instead of watch YouTube for a while. So okay, so now the question being, yeah, that was the other question. So we have 2 of the same ball and you try to merge them, what happens? Well, I guess if the ball is the multiplier, and then how does that work with the color though? So if they started 1 as the multiplier and then you add 2 balls together. Okay, well if you do 2 balls together, That's gonna be some insanely big numbers, but that's okay. That's fine. Doesn't have to be small numbers all the time. Okay, so let's say the ball number is the multiplier. It's a ball which has a color and then a number, which is the score multiplier. Combine two of same color balls. To increase the multiplier. And then how does the color affect the... Like, what sort of color bonus do you get? So that'll multiply the score of whatever button that it is. And then the color bonus being... I kind of want to just say a flat bonus kind of thing, as opposed to... Because if this is going to be the multiplier, then this would be a... just flat color bonus. I mean, 5 is probably a lot, but that's a round number, so it's plus 5. If the colors match, it's a plus 5, and then the score multiplier. The numbers are going to get out of hand, but this is a digital game, not a physical board game. Oh, I mean, it's also the dice, if I could make the dice a 6-sided die between... Or if I could make a 3-sided die. That's really the... height of the numbers that I would want. I guess you could do 3 colors too. Do 3 colors, do 3 numbers on the die. And then, well, I guess you could also say it only scores if it is a sequence of 3. That allows you to score. Okay, so the number on the ball coincides with the multiplier. It increases every time you add a couple of the same colored balls together. Then another question being, if 2 balls collide in the same spot at the same time, what happens? I would say just cancels out. So if 2 balls run into each other, they get discarded. That might be the easier way to do it too. It's just that if balls run into each other, then they eliminate themselves. Meaning you would want to avoid that at all costs, so you don't like destroy your score. Oh, but then that was the other question here. Is if this happens, a ball runs into another ball like this. Yeah, okay, so it's like this. If they, how's the sum we're getting? I'm making some decisions here. So far the scoring that I've landed on for now is very much just a la poker, but it's really, you're trying to come up with like types, like sequences of numbers, or like numbers, at least 3 in a row. So like, now that I have a sequence of 1, 2, 3, that would be a bonus. Here, if I got a 4, I could do 4, 5, 6 or something. Or if I got these orange. I want to say that it's in order too. So that, like, if I put another purple here, this blue would break up that. So you wouldn't actually get a bonus there. Unless you started moving stuff around. And then the number on the ball was going to be a score multiplier. The numbers are going to get kind of big, kind of crazy, kind of fast. At least in this version here, but that's, I think, okay for a digital version. This isn't actually going to end up as... Well, I guess it could end up as a tabletop game, if it is very tabletop inspired. I don't know, they have physical Balatro cards, right? That would be fun to get, some Balatro playing cards. Okay, Balatro. Ballatra. Playing cards. Oh, and Ebe. And on Fan Gamer? Oh, did these... Oh, I have to wait until March 2025. Well, it's past March. Are they already, Oh, Fan Gamer. Okay, so it was the Fan Gamer link there. Okay, I got completely distracted there. Oh, then did it have the... Yeah, okay, so it's the red deck specifically. Okay, but the... like different combos? Yeah, so the combo I was... Because I'm doing... Right now I'm doing... You pick the best... you pick 3 out of 5. So, like, when it rolls a new hand, it gives you 5 items that you can place on the board, and you pick the best 3 to place on the board. Yeah, and I was trying to come up with the, like, okay, so if I place another ball and they run into each other like that, what happens? And I'm thinking they both get discarded, so you just don't want to do that. But then the other question was if you have a ball on the board, and then a ball runs into it. I want to say that, but that also confused people when I did it in my other game, the Bomb Squad game, that people were just completely lost. Not completely lost. It was one of those things of, like, when it was explained, it made sense to people. But then there was a lot of people that wanted to do the, like, oh, like this runs into this, so then they both go here. And it was like, no, I want to, and that's why I kept trying to say it's like the momentum is transferred and stuff too. But... Okay, but that was neither here nor there. There was the different combos being the, like, if you make a sequence of 3 in a row on the board somewhere. Okay, but the question was... Oh, so now you could do that there. Yeah, at some point you have to be able to move these around. Or, because I'm thinking of, like, Backpack Hero, where it's like you just keep cramming stuff into that bag, so eventually you gotta move stuff around, but... And this might be like, okay, if you do a 3x3 grid instead of a 5x5, but... Okay, the question now here is... Well, and yeah, you would definitely get a bigger bonus if you can get like a 4 in a row or a 5 in a row. Or in this case, being an entire, like, around the board a row. Okay, but in terms of the balls running into each other, I still like this. It seems to confuse people a little bit, but I still like that as a thing. Where if this runs into that, then that goes flying that way like that. And this doesn't move into where it was. Because I think that's also what's interesting about this, is that it ends up in a different position and you make different decisions because it's in a different position. And then it's okay, but this is not a tabletop thing, so it's like, this is a little tedious to do on a tabletop to make sure, okay, all the balls are moving one by one to make sure that they don't run into things that they're not supposed to run into, but... Or, I guess, for a tabletop testing thing would be just move each ball and then score them. Okay, so was there any other Well, okay, now obviously what is the actual roguelike portion? This is an interesting color puzzle, whatever, marble nonsense, something or other game. Then how does this actually turn into a roguelike? And then I think that would be the messing with the different patterns here too. To say, okay, orange scores better, blue scores better, purple scores better. Do the dice go away when the ball hits them? I'm imagining these as buttons. And I did want to add some. So like in here, I was imagining pins as a one-hit consumable kind of thing, and then right now, I'm imagining that those are buttons that have a number on them. So I'm using just the dice as like, okay, those are a number button that is getting repeatedly pressed, and then oh yeah, because that was something I hadn't messed with at all here, because you can loop these back over each other too. Yeah, which I did on that other one, because then you could say that's a sequence too, is if you do. I don't know if there's a good way to do that, but yeah, usually buttons trigger something. Well, and that's where I'm saying they're triggering the score right now. So yeah, then you would have to figure out how to visually show, like, okay, there's a wire that connects over to here that flips something, that flips this or flips that. So yes, I was also on that same wavelength of like, yeah, because then that's exactly what happens with Blenjaroo. Is that you have to flip all the buttons for this gate to come down. Yeah, so then here there's multiple buttons, so you have to hit all of these buttons before this gate comes down, and then you score, or you beat the level. Yeah, and this doesn't show any of the bonus. They added a couple of worlds at the end, and there's one that has like the double the double world thing. Or there's a world that has two balls. It presses a different button. They have like a square button, and when you press the square button, it sends the second ball. Okay, so oh, it is almost 8:30. Okay, so was there more ideas to write down there? Okay, that was the. Okay, so the balls. Okay, balls running into each other. Okay, well, a ball moving into the same, or balls. Oh my goodness, balls moving into the same spot delete each other. And then a ball moving into another ball bounces it. Because that feels like it would be kind of like an advanced technique or something where you say, oh, I actually want to put a ball here, and then this runs into that, sends that bouncing instead. Yeah, what if they combine to be a better ball? That's what I was thinking about. If you have two of the same, they combine into. Okay, yeah, but writing the other, like, combining buttons too. It's kind of like. What is it? The Q&A? FAQ. There we go. FAQ. Frequently asked questions. Nobody's asked this question before, but I imagine it would be frequent. Okay, yeah, combine two of the same color balls, and then here, the scoring dice in this case. Combine two of the same color to increase the score. Yeah, and then it's the max though. So, what if you could put pipes along the outside of the grid and they point towards the grid? That's essentially what I'm imagining the balls are doing right now. Is that this ball is looking that way and going that way via whatever pipe or whatnot. So, and that's exactly what bounce defense does too. Is it has that series of pipes along the edge. Yeah, I was not expecting yet another random mobile game to be an inspiration point for this, but I suppose this is a fairly mobile-inspired idea too. Yeah, different piping system, but still same kind of idea of like the ball comes in this way, bounces around, and then comes back to there to do it again. So, ball goes off the board into the pipe and then gets piped back through another pipe onto the board. Well, and right now I'm messing with the idea of like once it comes off the board, it stops and then goes like then you can next round send it back. I don't know exactly about how I want to do the piping system, but I made the models for it, so I do want to mess with it. I mean, Mario does the whole like pipes Mario around the level and stuff too, so. Okay, so that is those questions answered. Yeah, I think going into the pipes would add a lot. Well, and that's like, are you imagining that as like a, essentially a portal, like a teleport? So it goes from in one pipe, out the other pipe. Yeah, I know Shapes. I think there's a few factory games that do that kind of like, use it as like a tunneling under things and stuff too. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely could do like pipe tunnels under and then comes up and out and stuff too. You'd get some fun, crazy like piping on the bottom of the thing as well. Okay, it is 8:30 and I think I am kind of ready for bed. I answered some good questions here. See, here's the thing, it's like I kind of want to do a screenshot of this, and this is also going to be completely incomprehensible to anybody that I show it to. But that's also kind of the fun of it. It's like, I don't know that any game really makes a ton of sense to anybody beyond the person that's making it. I guess it's something like Merge Maestro, even in its fully finished form. It doesn't necessarily make sense to anybody, so... Okay, so... yeah, I don't... Oh, wait. I want to clear all this stuff. Let's then put you back in the bag. And then I want to... not the white ball. Then I want to save this off before I forget, because I did add some more infinite bags and other stuff. Okay, we'll just put you there. Well, okay, there. We start in the center. And then we save this. Before I forget. There we go, save. As Plunk prototype. No. Save game as Plunk. Oh, I didn't put the numbers on there. Prototype. The 0.1. I didn't put 1. I didn't put 0. Goodness me, it is time for bed. Oh. don't know why this system is so confusing to me. There we go. Okay. So now it's saved. Yes, there. Okay, so now it's saved with the new Infinibag system. Okay, so now we can get out of Tabletop Simulator and then confirm that ain't nobody. Everybody went to bed because a tabletop prototyping session is not the most interesting. 4? Who's still up and awake when they should be asleep? That's my assumption every time. That somebody is still awake when they shouldn't be. Because I'm going to bed. Here, drawn hedges. Now everybody comes out of the woodwork. Making enemy AI. That's fun. Oh, thickful AI. I was just thinking about just because I was watching more Borderlands stuff, and I was like, wait, let's go back to some of these old ones. See if it's what people are working on. Okay, Kanye, could you shut up for a second?
Whatever you're working on. A lot of cool stuff there. Also, auto stream alerts if you're streaming game dev or art on Twitch. If you want to get your stuff just automatically
palette builder
when you go live.
Looks kind of fun. Okay, dokie.
I can show you one of my
I like colors, clearly.
And I've been working on,
let's go right over here. I'm gonna call it quits and go to bed. And I actually probably call it quits and go to bed. We'll see. I'm gonna try to not get sucked into doing watching a bunch of YouTube videos.
And this,
so,
this
well, good luck on all your projects there with hedges and enemy AI and whatever else.
This is called ImGUI.
I
open source
do
library,
need to sleep. I do need a nap. I do need Betty by time.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Although I do find it fun that, like, messing around a tabletop simulator, I was able to make it interesting enough for people. I never know. I think watching board games is always... Well, I don't know. I guess they got tabletop games are like a huge thing on podcasts and stuff, so there is some kind of market. Okay, but I will be back tomorrow, probably with some game research. I think I want to play some Billionaire, and I think I want to play some drop pockets. So we'll see.
Let me actually stop.
Probably not super necessary, but it should be fun. I think it's a good way to try to do both, play the game and continue to do some kind of development. But okay, well, let's go right over here. I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by.
Debug panel, new debug panel, set priority 100 on update. So in here I can do
also bye.
Hello. I can do checked. Oh snap, Gnomeable, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. You have 30 seconds to take advantage of raid mode. Hello. During raid mode, chat messages are rainbow waved randomly in the screen. Now's your chance, folks. How was your stream? What were you working on? Yeah, so I can do, like, I can make a checked equals true, and then I can do, like, ImGUI checkbox, checkbox, checked equals this, if ImGUI button